professional, tie straight as a rail. Read the stats, cause the laps never tips the scale. Bubba's got the draw that twang like a banjo string. He's the heart of the crew, makes the red dirt sing. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the ride. Hey! Call and stay steady like a car hugging the line. He's cool under pressure, every word refined. Jared Beer's got a laugh and a drink in his hand. He's a wild card joker, the voice of the fans. 4 men, 1 channel, a race day parade, turning asphalt and cold cans into memories made. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the ride. It's more than just NASCAR, it's a way to unwind. Cheering loud, feeling proud, leaving worries behind.
All right. Well, welcome everybody tonight for this stream for Side Draft Racing League. We're getting ready to go here at Bristol. It's Andy, Bubba, and Jarrett in the booth. Bubba, you want to lead us in, buddy?
Yes, sir. Welcome, everybody, to B.A.C. Casting and Drafting. We're here at Bristol, live for your weekly home for league racing, cold beer, and hotter takes. My name's Bubba. We got Andy and Jared, as we've already said, in the booth tonight. And if you're sober, we're watching the wrong daggum stream. We're broadcasting live at B.A.C. levels of probably legal. And we're ready to side draft past politics, pace cars, and your aunt's Facebook rants. Let's drop this thing green and chug this thing to the checker, baby.
All right.
Shoo, man, it's been a while since I did that.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah, good. Hey, minimal hiccups. We know reading's not your, primary, forte.
No, sir. Neither is math.
Well, they're on the grid. They've qualified. It's ready to get it going. Starting on pole tonight, we've got the number 4, Hollywood Performance 4 of Daniel Miglin. 2 is outside of row number 1. The youngster starting in second, number 21. That's Frank Keegan from HOR. Starting in third, that is the number 51 of Stephen Levin. Starting in fourth, we've got the 57, that is Austin Norris. In fifth, we've got the bucket boy, Bailey Brannon. He's going to be starting up there in row number 3 and fifth. And then to his outside in sixth, a bunch of Fords up there, all Fords in a row. We've got Danny Jackson starting at 7th, 23, Tyler Smith, and to his outside is his teammate, Austin Guerrero.
And then coming in at 9th, we've got Chris Mackey, also rocking the number 9 car, coincidentally enough. In 10th, we have Terry Vincent looking to get his first win of the playoffs. Number 11 in the back, we have Ryan Castleberry, along with in 12th is Keith Fallon, and to round us out, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Is he going to be able to hat trick the playoffs? Michael Prince doing the normal, going to start in the back. Don't know if it was an EOL or if he did it purposely, but either way, he's back there, and that's going to round us out.
All right.
Is he out of the Intimidator machine, dude? Is he back in the purple Intimidator machine?
It looks like it.
Yeah,
Sorry, we
I
cut
mean,
the
that's
magic
almost
there.
like I'm gonna have to try to just refresh my damn, trading paints to make sure that's real.
Hey, we do
Well,
see some more banners up there on
pace car is
windshields.
off, boys.
Pace car's off.
You know what that means. We're about a half a lap away from starting a 300 lap race here tonight at Bristol. It's going to be a long one. I hope you folks are ready to hang with us. It's going to be a fun night with Andy and the boys. Daniel Miglin in the restart zone. Get ready to grip it, rip it, and sip it. We are green here. Lap number 1 of 85 for stage number 1 at Bristol for Side Draft Racing League. And the playoffs, round of 12, race 3. It's elimination time. Here we go. Bryce Keegan looking to his inside.
Shoot, buddy. This is going to be interesting. Short track racing to finish out the round of 12, dude. Oh, yeah. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly.
Yeah, who
Colin.
can stay clean? I guarantee you there will be somebody not on the lead lap, but still make it far enough up the results to get into the next round.
Yeah, starting in this race, I really like a few of the names I'm seeing at the front. You know, a couple guys that are down there in the cut
Milo.
line, and Miglin looks like he's got
Milo.
an issue. He's way low on the racetrack, and he hands the lead to Bryce Keegan.
Young
But
buck.
like I was saying, we've got Bryce Keegan, Bailey Brannon, Stephen Blevins, Danny Jackson, our top 4. Something we typically don't see. So very different
And
group out
Austin
there.
Norris in the wall as well.
Oh no.
Yep, he's now at the back of the pack.
Yeah, Norris is going very, very slow. Don't know what's going on there. But looking at the battle for second, it looks like Bailey Brannon has gotten pretty well ahead of Stephen Blevins, Danny Jackson in 4th, and then Tyler Smith, Terry Vincent, side by side for 5th.
Old scary Terry. Still in the old Dente machine.
Yeah, I'm
Still
liking
not rocking a banner.
I'm liking to
Tyler
see.
Smith still not rocking a banner.
Oh, for real? Gosh, what are they doing? Well, interesting.
Andy
but
told him last week.
get the banners on the
No,
cars, man.
It's his damn league, and he's not rocking the banner? What are we doing?
This is the last shot. You know what? If they don't rock the banner by next race, they're all out of the power ranking contention. That'll wake them up.
Tell you what, we could just do this old school, and if you have the banner, you're in. If you don't have the banner, you're out. So just anybody who puts it on, congratulations, buddy, you're moving on.
So story of tonight's race is going to be strategy on tires. We're going to see guys working the high side or the low side. It's going to kind of ebb and flow out there if we can get long runs put together of, who's going to have speed early in the runs or late in the runs. It's going to be pretty interesting to see, who chooses to do what and strategizes where. Only a couple sets of tires for Bristol for 300 laps. They got like 5 sets total. So they're going to have to be really smart about when they take tires tonight with the high deg.
Boys, I got something interesting. I don't know, but it looks sus. Doesn't look sus, but it looks like intentional. The number 4 of Dana Miglin dropped all the way to the back. Is just kind of hanging out with him and Michael Prince back there.
Yeah, he started very high up and now he's in the back. Maybe he wanted a point for leading the lap and then just decided to keep it clean.
Yeah, strategy little playing right there. Little tire saving, maybe.
Doing math.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would drop 10 spots for that, though.
It's
Yeah,
a
but
clean
it's
track.
Bristol, dog.
Yeah, it's Bristol. I want to be in front of the wreck, not behind it.
Well, you could be in front. You could, it could still happen in front of you because it's such a short track.
That is true. Hard to argue that logic.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Bryce Keegan early, after inheriting the lead from Miglin. He's doing a great job of keeping a good overall pace and relative to the rest of the field. A little bit quicker than some of those guys saving in the top 10, but right now Bryce is basically on rails. Doing a good job, though, of just managing the gap. Looking pretty good so far out front. Still setting the fastest laps of the race.
Yes, sir.
Or not fastest lap of the race, fastest lap of anybody on track. Correction to that one.
Was he below cut line? Was Young Buck below
Bryce
cut
is
line?
above, actually. So if he can get 10 stage points here and, get a top 5, that could help him out. But Bryce is in a really good spot relative to the cut line going into Bristol. There was a couple wrecks late last week at the Glen, and Bryce was up and down the order like a roller coaster, and it worked out for him. But Terry Vincent is, I think, our biggest mover. He started in 10th, and he's currently up to 4th. He's doing a good job working the bottom of the racetrack and making some time.
Yeah, him and Keith on the move. Looking at our playoffs, Danny Jackson's below the cut line. Bailey Brennan's below the cut line. Austin Norris below the cut line. Tyler Cadd below the cut line.
So
I haven't seen
interesting
Tyler
to that
Cadd.
is Bryce is 4 up from the cut line. Blevins is 2 up. Jackson is down 2 to Blevins, and they are teammates. And then Bailey Brandon is down 3. Austin Norris down 7. So it's actually between Keegan,
tight.
Blevins, Jackson, Brandon, and Norris. These stage points for Bryce are pretty critical to keeping himself above the cut line. So if he can stay in the lead and score stage points, he'll be fine. He can give himself, from a 4-spot advantage to a 10-spot advantage. So then Bryce will only need a top 10 if he gets 20 stage points.
That would be optimal for him, I think. Of course, Bailey Brennan's gonna look to spoil that, I'm sure, at some point.
The drivers that we can officially call safe on points are Keith Fallon, Daniel Miglin, Tyler Smith, Chris Mackey, as long as they finish the race. So for all of them, they don't need to do anything spectacular tonight. I know a few of them want to win, but they really don't need to.
Yeah. Well, that and I mean, realistically, that'll make this race a little cleaner and go a little smoother.
I think the hardest part, though, for a driver like Bryce Keegan, Bailey Brandon, Stephen Blevins is, they're in that point where a few of these guys are kind of hanging back and they want this win, but it's not going to do anything for the next round, and that's what hurts.
Yeah.
Because they're all so far back on playoff points. It's still going to give them a little bit of a jump, but not enough they need. They'll still be fighting for a win in the next round of the playoffs after this. But we still got a long way to go at Bristol.
But this next round, we can look forward a little bit. This next round is Darlington, Talladega, and Homestead, dude.
That would
a lot of things can happen at Talladega. A lot of things can happen at Darlington, Homestead, even, dude. I mean,
Darlington, we're going to find out who can drive. That's what we're going to find out. This is kind of a preface to Darlington because similar to it, you've got to just wheel the car really well all night and manage. Keith Fallon, he's up to 4th. Got some good speed, but yeah, Darlington, you've got to be the best wheelman on the track to win the race, period. And you've got to be mistake-free. Bristol is essentially the same thing. The only thing is, Bristol is we're going to see a lot more tire strategy, I feel like, than Darlington.
Yeah.
But Fallon's moving forward pretty good throughout the top 10. I saw him. He started this race in 12th, and now he's up to 4th. Keith is on the move.
Okay.
Right along with Keith for a couple laps here. See what he's doing. You seen anything interesting out there, Jarrett?
Yeah, I'm out here turning laps with him. I'm trying to get a real life. We were talking about me getting out there earlier for those that missed the pre-race show. I guess actually we aren't ever live yet. I'm going to get out there and start turning some laps with him, see if we can't get some interviews mid-race. But you have to be next to him in order to do it. So we're still trying to see how that's going to go.
Yeah, I think the battle for second, is kind of where it's starting to heat up on the racetrack. You're seeing Blevins closing in on Brannon, and then we're also seeing Keith Fallon close in on Blevins. So we're about to have a 3-car battle for that 2 spot. You can see all 3 of them there on the screen.
We're getting into lap traffic. So we're going to see how Bryce handles lap traffic here, see if we can get around Austin Norris smoothly right here, or if Austin Norris lets him go, but I doubt it. He's a playoff driver. He did.
Well, he doesn't have his banner, so he's not a playoff driver to me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
No banner.
Norris just seems to be struggling. He's going slow out there on the bottom. Just don't know if he had an issue, and that's why he fell back. But he's not looking super competitive right now. He's going to have to definitely find some speed before the end of this race.
We know them boys, Austin Norris, Danny Jackson, Stephen Blevins, they got some strategies always cooking, so you never know.
Norris did take a little bit of damage pretty early in the race, though, getting her sideways and I think taps the inside wall. So he may have something going on there. Maybe his
Some
alignment's all
damage.
jacked up. Probably
Yeah.
tearing up that front left wheel if I had to guess.
Yes, sir.
Now
Ooh,
Blevins
Keith
is getting
Fallon.
into it a little bit with Brandon out here, trying to get around Norris as well.
Ooh, 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 ooh. This is
Oh,
getting
and
good.
Fallon. Yeah,
Ooh,
this is
wow.
Spicy battle
everybody's
here.
telling Norris to get the hell out of the way.
Yeah, Norris is running the wall. Hopefully he doesn't get
Yep.
into it
Looks
too
scary.
much. And now Tyler Smith sees him. Tyler Smith is trying to get up there and fight for second. Austin
And with
Norris
all
up
of that
top.
lap traffic, Keith Fallon was able to jump a spot and get
Yeah,
by Blevins there.
I think Blevins just gave Keith the spot because he knows he's a little bit quicker, and maybe Blevins used up his tires a little early and, outran himself. But I still think Blevins is in a great spot. Top 5 is not too bad on the lead lap in this part of the race. Bailey Brandon's under pressure now from Keith Fallon. He sees him in the rear view. We'll see what Keith does. Bailey's been pretty
Assistant.
committed to the bottom, and so is Keith. So Keith's gonna have to find a way around Bailey that isn't the bottom, which might take a little bit of patience from Fallon, but I don't know.
What are stages today? Do we know?
85 and 170,
85 and 170.
I believe. Let me check the second one. Yep, 85, 170. I was right. Look at that.
Look at you, dude. You own it. Wouldn't expect anything less.
Yeah, Keith is having a really tough time to, try and pass Bailey here. And, Blevins let Keith Fallon by, but he's just staying with him.
Yeah, I think it's like you said. They're both fighting for the bottom. Like you can see Keith low entry in there. Bailey kind of has a later entry into it, the bottom, but Keith knows it's early in the race and he doesn't want to.
Well, what I like,
the issue.
what Bailey's doing to help his tire situation is how late he's turning into the corner to work his way down to the bottom, versus Keith is just really using a little more right front. He's turning in earlier. He's got a little bit more entry speed, and then he arcs up towards the center of the corner where Bailey is turning down into the corner. So Keith has to use that speed and try and get a run up top to get around Bailey. I would just rip the wall here and in 3 and 4. 1 and 2 is a little bit more snug, so it's going to be tricky to get the pass done there. But 3 and 4, it's a little bit wider. It's where you could set up a lot of speed and then get a run and get a pass done on the outside. But Tyler Smith has now caught Blevins, so we got a 4-car battle here, and Keith Fallon is starting to put the bumper to Bailey Brandon.
Yeah.
Letting him know.
I just saw that. He's like, hey, man, I'm going to need you to move it or lose it, brother.
Well, there's nothing wrong with what Bailey's doing. I mean, he's got good speed. They're not far off Bryce at all. I think Bryce is doing a great job realizing where the cars are around him, and he's not trying to run away and burn his tires out 50 laps into this race next time by. And I like what Bryce is doing. Good management out front. Really good job.
He's catching Danny Jackson as well. So hopefully he can get around Danny without any problems. Pretty old young buck. Behind the 4 of them was Chris Mackey, Terry Vincent, and Daniel Mignon has worked his way back up. They're all kind of in a group together as well. Miglon's looking to pass Terry. Terry's just kind of looking outside.
This is such a good battle for second. Blevins is going to yield the position to Tyler Smith. Look at that. And there it is. Keith Fallon finally gets to the inside of Brandon. In 1 and 2. That's going to shuffle
enough.
Brandon up top. If Tyler Smith can close that gap, he might be able to get to the inside of Brandon and follow Keith. And then Brandon could get shuffled back here. Let's see if Blevins gets in this line as well. That's the thing with short track racing. If you get moved to the top, get moved off the racing line, you could lose a lot of spots quick. But Bailey and Tyler
Bailey's
Smith,
about to go
there's the
sideways.
contact. Uh-oh. Bailey's trying to force himself back down to the inside, and he just couldn't get himself in line quick enough. It's a difficult position for Tyler Smith. He's probably thinking, dude, what are you doing? It's too early. Just let me go. Pit. We can fight it out later. End of the stage. So now I'm curious to see the gap between Bryce Keegan and Keith Fallon. We'll see if Bryce picks up the pace or if, he makes Keith work for it.
Well, Keith's catching up a lot quicker than what Bailey was doing. It looks like he's got a little more juice in that car. So he's gaining about 1/10 of a second per lap.
Yeah, I think Bryce probably sees that. And he's kind of probably wondering if I want to push my car or save my car. So Keith is definitely pushing his right now.
And he's there. He's got him in the rearview mirror now.
25 laps left in the stage.
And the way that these stages have been going, you're probably going to have to pit before the stage break anyways. So I'm curious to see when these cars are going to start going in.
Getting this too for the lead. Austin Norris again. Bryce is kind of keep down on that yellow line as much as possible. Keith is going to the inside for the lead.
Ooh, a little bit of
Maybe get her
contact
done.
there. And now Tyler Smith, he's got really good pace. Staying with Keith through this traffic, moving his way towards the front. And now we got a 3-car battle for the lead. Keith Fallon, Bryce Keegan swapping it back and forth. Tyler Smith moving to the high side, tucking in behind Bryce. Oh, this is great cinematic stuff.
I don't know. This is a little too rich for my blood, lap 65, to be racing this hard. But, hey, I guess they're trying to win the stages, trying to do everything they can to stay alive. But, woo-wee.
Well, Tyler and Keith are safe for the next round, and Bryce is not. So Bryce is definitely going to do everything he can. And I really like that once Bryce got moved to the top by Keith, he's doing everything he can to just stay in the throttle, get more speed on the exit, and he is really making it difficult for Keith Fallon to pull off this pass. And now that Keith has got a car on his outside, he can't slide up on corner exit and use that straightaway and turn in. So he's having a tough time keeping the car in the bottom now to challenge for the lead against Bryce. Tyler Smith might be looking to make this 3 wide. I don't know. That would be crazy. Stage 1 to go 3 wide.
If you're Tyler Smith,
Bryce,
you gotta sit there and let it happen.
Bryce is holding them off on the high side. Might have to give Bryce a new
every
nickname.
It
Oh,
looks like
Keith Fallon.
he's grabbing momentum
He
from
got it
him
in
and
the-
everything he can to slow
Got
him
it in the
down.
rear quarter panel of Bryce, and now he's finally going to yield. Bryce holds the position against the 40, but Tyler Smith is now looking to the outside. He gets a little bit of a wiggle there off the corner, and oh boy, they're looking 3 wide. Here we go.
I think Keith was just getting a little loose coming off of in the corners, in the center of the corners. I think that's where Bryce was kind of keeping him down there. I think probably letting Keith lift a little more than he wanted to. And that's how Bryce kept the position there.
You think
Great
Bryce
battle.
is looking in the mirrors now? Keith Fallon is switching. He's using the high side a little bit more in the corner to get that center off speed and get a better exit. And 1 and 2,
Crossover.
and then 3 and 4, he's using the bottom lane. Still putting the bumper to Bryce. Bryce was probably thinking, come on, man, we're fine.
Yeah. Well, you don't got to ruin my whole rear suspension this early in the race.
They're a few seconds ahead of Bailey Brandon, who is back there fighting Daniel Miglin and Blevins. So, I mean, they're all guaranteed a top 3 stage here. Just a couple laps to go in stage number 1.
13. If I'm Bryce, I'm just keeping him in the rear view.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of managing. Tyler Smith is really working the top, trying something different. But Bryce, after he held off Keith on the high side, is back to the bottom. In the 40, you could tell he's frustrated. He knows he's quicker if he can get around Bryce Keegan, but Bryce is putting on a defensive masterclass here at Bristol. And there goes Keith Fallon. He's going to try and rip around the outside as they've got lap traffic ahead. That's the 35 of Ryan Castleberry. He's about to go a lap down. Castleberry is up in the fence, and Keith Fallon is now in the fence.
Yeah, when you see
Was a
lap
bit lucky
traffic
for
out there, it's
Bryce.
never a good idea to try to take it too wide and make a move because you know this lap traffic's going to get in one of y'all's way.
We're seeing a lot of mistakes here from Keith. He's just got to wind back down, settle in, and just
Stage one, stage
stay
one.
with Bryce. Learn what he's doing. Wait for him to make the wrong move in traffic, and then try and get something done. I think he's a little aggressive, and now he's going to give the spot to Tyler Smith. Look at that. I think his
Yeah, I
tires
think he
might be
just
falling off.
yeah, tires are falling off. I don't think he hit the corner very well either, and he just had to let off the gas way more than he wanted to.
Yep. Dominant start from the youngster.
Young buck.
But remember we talked about Daniel Miglin dropping to the back. Daniel
Yeah.
Miglin is now back up to 4th. And he's closing the gap quickly to the leaders late in the run.
Michael Prince up to 8th, starting in the back as well. Jerry, what was your prediction? Andy, what was your prediction for lead lap cars on finish this
I
week?
said there will be one car on the lead lap.
I said 4.
We'll
But I
have
might
to
get.
we'll have to see
Oh,
how it
Tyler
plays
Smith,
off.
big wiggle. Tyler Smith in the wall.
Uh-oh.
He saved it, but he got some right front damage there, and Keith Fallon gets around him. Daniel Miglin is in striking distance.
Yeah, all it takes is one wreck of one car, and you collect half the field in it, and everybody's gonna use a fast repair. If another one happens, I mean, you can sit in the pit for 30 seconds. You're gonna lose 2 laps. You know.
Couple laps to go in stage number 1. Man, we haven't talked about is Chris Mackey. He's battling Bailey Brannon and Stephen Blevins for a top 5 spot. Michael Prince as well. We've got a 4-car battle back here for 5th. But Mackey starting to drive away from the rest of them. Brannon and Blevins started this race towards the front. They're down a few spots. Seems like Brandon is really struggling on his tires.
And there it is.
Young buck.
Bryce Keegan.
We've been talking about him a lot all season. He showed up.
Wow. Great job,
Stage
Bryce.
winner.
Great job. It's going to be really hard to do a stage interview with the short track and the
Yeah, it's gonna be
it's
quick.
going to be a tight window. So we're basically going to pull Bryce up and say, "Good job. Get him out of here."
Yep.
We'll wait for Bryce to pit and then talk to him
Well, we
for a
could
quick second.
probably do it now because all the cars are going to have to still get behind the pace car and everything, and then what? I don't know if it'd be easier
No,
to
they're
do it
about to
now
go
or
in.
later.
I'll
They're
say they're
going in
pitting.
now.
They're going now, yeah.
I'll try to do it as quickly as possible. As soon
Oh
as
no,
he
there
gets
was a wreck.
out. Miglin is in the
I
wall.
think that's.
Yeah,
was it?
Dingo Miglin. He spun out before pit road. I don't know what happened there.
Bryce ran out of fuel.
Oh, I think Tyler
Wow.
Smith just bumped him to his pit
Yeah.
box.
Wow, what a homie.
Oh, what a dog!
We'll see who wins the race off of pit road then.
It shouldn't be
It should be Keith.
Bryce
Yeah.
because of how slow he had to go just to try to get it alive, just to keep the
Oh,
car under him.
that's gonna help Keith out so much.
All
He
right,
wanted to
let's
get
get
around
this
Bryce.
going real quick.
Get him up here.
Move to broadcast booth.
Young buck.
Young Buck, congrats on the stage win. Did you run out of gas just now on pit road?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Smokes.
What a real homie Tyler Smith was to save you right there.
Yeah, I know. Keith Fallon, I mean, he's a little aggressive, pushing me up the track. Trying to do a bump and run there, I think. But stayed strong, and I knew I had to get a good jump on the start of the race, and I did. So,
Well, way to battle it out there, dude. Way to just not roll over and give it up, and you battled well on the outside and fought for that position. So, well done on that, dude.
And
Thank
you were
you.
able to keep that car. It seems like you kept a pretty consistent, fast pace all through all 85 laps. A lot of drivers, they seem to fall off the last 15. So whatever you're doing to keep those tires, cool and not tear them up, it's working.
Yeah, thank you.
Good
Hopefully, I
job.
can talk to you boys later
Good
today.
Yes,
job,
sir.
Bryce. We
Oh,
know
shoot.
it's a quick pace lap here, so good luck
Yep.
at stage number 2. Hopefully you got a good strong car to get back around Keith. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Quickie.
Great
Did
job from
Keith
Bryce.
choose? Did Keith
Keith-
choose outside?
He did. He chose the top. I think he wants to get a jump and then try and dive ahead of Bryce into the corner.
Mm.
We'll see if that works for him or not. I'm curious though if we're going to stay green in stage 2. We saw a lot of mistakes in stage number 1 from a few drivers. Never brought out the caution, but here we go. We're green. Bailey Brannon went backwards in stage 1. He gets a good jump to the outside of Bryce Keegan to start stage 2, and he's going to get around him. Michael Prince started this race in the back, but now here he is in the top 5, working his way up towards Bryce for 3rd. Bryce lost a couple spots on the start of stage number 2, and now we've got some new players at the front. Keith Fallon, your leader.
Bailey Brennan getting loose around.
Oh!
He may have
That's gonna-
saved it.
It's going to throw it
Cautions.
out. Did any collect anybody with it?
I don't think he did. I think he just
Nope,
got
just him.
himself. Yep. Cold tires, baby. Cold
Yeah,
tires.
you gotta warm them puppies up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll take a quick second look at what happened to Brannon here. Looks like he just got
gassing up.
loose.
Yeah.
He was loose at the
Right there.
start-finish line off of 3 and 4. And then he went to the bottom of 1 and 2, and I'm curious to see if he clips the apron or not, or if his car was just that upset from getting loose. Tires were cold, and Michael Prince did an excellent job to get around him. And then so does Chris Mackey getting on the brakes. Tyler Smith got on the brakes early, and then look at all of those race cars bunched up, and nobody's making contact. Ryan Castleberry, a little bit of a wiggle off the corner. He got sideways, got into Austin Norris, but I don't know how much damage
That's
anyone else
pretty
got.
wide there,
I think
too.
Castleberry kind of got the worst of it, but nobody's going to have, hurt feelings from that. Dale did a good
No.
job not making that a bigger problem for everybody else.
Man, what a difference. Race 1 in Side Draft Racing League and race whatever we're on right now. Playoffs, round of 12, buddy. That would have collected at least 9 or 10 of them first race of the season.
First race of the season, everybody would have made it a point to slam into each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a big jump there from Keith, and Bailey did such a good job staying behind Keith on the restart. Maybe he just, was too aggressive and got the rears a little too warm, and then, lost control of his race car. But Bailey was really aggressive to try and get track position there.
Yeah.
Just didn't work
I don't-
out.
Maybe
Yeah.
Bryce had a bad restart, but yeah,
I
that-
think-
that
I
outside
think-
line go.
I think Keith probably just had a really good restart, and Bailey was probably sitting around 5,000 RPMs in second gear. And the minute he saw Keith Fallon's car squat to go, he did the exact same and just couldn't keep it under him with those high RPMs.
Well, the other thing to realize too is, compared to every other racetrack, Bristol's the smallest, so that amount of time you have to get from the start finish line to turn 1 is so short. So timing the start and then getting a good jump is really important, because if you miss it by a quarter of a second at Bristol, that's a long time.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's just going to have a larger effect, especially for Bryce. So I expect now, Chris Mackey being behind the leader, is Fallon's going to choose the outside ahead, or again, that's going to give Mackey an advantage on this restart, and Mackey might slide up into second like Brandon did.
I wonder if
I don't think Michael Prince will let that happen. I think he's going to push Bryce wherever he needs him to be.
And
he
green
pushed
flag
him
is
pretty
out.
hard.
Bryce Keegan, Chris Mackey, side by side, going into turn number 1. But like you guys said, Michael Prince gave him a good bump and run, helped Bryce get some track position there, and now they are 2x2, all the way in the back of this pack, as the leaders are all single file. Keith Fallon trying to put a gap on Bryce, and Terry Vincent making moves to the inside of the number 9 Chop House Restoration Chevrolet.
I'm surprised we didn't see some guys in the back there. take a little bit of gas. If Bryce is out of gas at the end of the stage, I'm surprised in the back, dude. I think I would have gas and go right there. Just to
Well,
make sure I had
you're
enough.
gonna have to gas regardless because the next one's not until we went from
It's still 85.
85 to 175.
It's still 85, right?
So no, that's 90 laps. If my math is correct. Yeah, so they're gonna have to take gas regardless. I mean, you may be able to limp it through, but that would
Seeing
have been close.
Austin Norris in that 57, he's a little bit down in this race, down a lap or two, and
3.
down a couple laps, yeah, and he's one of the problems here in traffic for everybody else. While these guys are
He's
just
getting
trying to get
loose
around
now.
him.
Every exit, he's getting loose, having troubles coming out of the corner smoothly, I think. But
Keith Allen is doing a great job of just trying to run away. We're going to see how much raw pace he has here, but I don't know if he's going to outrun himself or not. Bryce Keegan, I think, if I'm Bryce, don't look at Keith for the first 25, 30 laps of this stage. Just let him outrun his tires. Stay on the same pace that you had last stage, and, at least you'll get second and get those 9 stage points. Like, don't worry about winning this stage if you're Bryce. If you lock in these 19 stage points, then you're basically locked into the next round.
yeah, I think
Exactly.
I agree too. Yeah.
Especially with Blevins being behind you by 2 points and Mackey being ahead of you, so those are your real competitors. And if you're ahead of both of them, come these stages, you have nothing to worry about.
Well, Mackey's got a 28-point gap on Bryce before the start of this race. Caution's out.
Caution, Ryan Castleberry, I believe.
Yep, it is Castleberry. I see him on pit road right now. Maybe he
I think
wheeled
he
it into
just
pit road.
called in the tow. He
Oh,
may have just
boy.
called in the tow truck and jumped out of the car.
See what happened to the 35.
Coming out of 4, looks like he got
Yep.
loose. And
Yeah. He looked like he was at Bristol Dirt for a minute.
Old Bristol Dirt.
You're right. He got really loose off of 4. Car just completely unsettled. And he was sideways off the corner. Sideways down the front stretch. Not off the corner.
Tokyo Drift, baby.
Come with me, oh Wingendo. You will see in Tokyo. Fast and Furious.
Jared,
Sorry, what? We're talking about
did you
Tokyo
go?
Drift?
Did you go see some Tokyo Drift, dude?
Did I? Yeah. Dude, it's not hard to get this car sideways. I tell you what. That's why I'm in the booth with you boys. All right. I'll tell you what. You put me on Dega, I'll be out there. You put me at a track like this, I'm gonna be in the booth drinking beer.
Are they going that slow? Or do my eyes deceive me? Oh, they're waiting for the pace car.
Oh yeah, we don't this car.
We got some takers on pit road.
I think that's a good idea. I think, especially
Yeah.
when you're down.
Now at this point, yes. If you take gas right now, you'll have enough to get to the stage break.
Couple takers on pit road. Michael
Prince and
Prince, Terry
Vincent.
Vincent.
If they can keep those tires under them to the stage break, I mean, that's gonna put them right at P1 and 2.
Well, the other thing though is it's the same laps as stage number 1, so these yellow flag laps are going to help with the fuel
that's true.
saving.
Yeah.
But Keith Allen doing a great job of, managing his lead now that he's inherited it from that pit lane mishap. Bryce running out of gas.
Yeah, and that was just a real homie move by Tyler Smith, because he's already locked into the next round. But I tell you what, if I'm battling Bryce Keegan for a playoff spot, I'm not pushing him anywhere.
Well, Bryce just has to pay the favor to Tyler Smith at Talladega, push him to a stage win or something.
Yeah.
It's just a little IOU on the side. Or if Bryce gets eliminated and Tyler's in the final 4, maybe, Bryce could be Cone out there or something, help out, do what he can. Well, pace car is off. Keith Allen, another immaculate jump, but look at who is in third. That's the number 4 of Daniel Miglin.
Yep, and
He's
he's
going to
back.
challenge Bryce.
I
Teammates
don't know
now.
if I would do that on those cold tires. Well, I guess they're not cold anymore, but still, doing pace laps. Not as grippy as you would like.
Hollywood Performance teammates run 1-2, but Bryce Keegan has a very fast race car at Bristol tonight. He's doing a great job. We'll see what
Yeah,
Bryce
okay.
does and how
Daniel
hard he
Miglin got a
challenges him.
little. He got
And
a
you can
little.
tell right now he's got the faster car than Miglin.
Yeah.
Keegan does.
Miglin had the advantage because his teammate was the one dictating the restart right there on the
Well,
outside. So
Remember what we saw at a Miglin, though? You know, he started this race on pole, dropped to the back, worked his way back towards the front. So I'm curious what happens. Terry Vincent just made another go-round for pit road. He's got a
Maybe
lot
a
of
pit road
damage.
violation?
No,
Was it damage or pit road?
Terry Vincent's car destroyed.
Oh
I
my.
think he wrecked
Oh.
on that restart, didn't get a yellow because he is limping it around on the apron. And the Chili's, right, the Dente Chevrolet is she's banged up. It's had one too many El Presidente margaritas.
Uh-oh. Those Dollaritas will get you.
It's lost in the sauce. Terry Vincent had to pit, and he might be out of this race.
Yeah, trying to make up 10 laps is just, I don't know how you're going to do it. It's, damn near impossible.
I'm
Miglin's
liking
kind of holding up Bryce right now.
I'm liking where Chris Mackey's at.
Yep.
Back there in 5th. Blevins and Guerrero. And Tyler Smith. Bailey Brannon. You got a little group battling for 5th, but battle for 2nd. Still fighting on, but I really like Chris Mackey's track position here because he can gauge, what Bryce and Daniel are doing. Wait for them to use up their tires and then maybe get a top 2 in this stage.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's just kind of hanging out, watching the show, seeing what they're doing. Like you said, I think either Bryce or Daniel hit the wall right there coming over last time.
It was Bryce, tagged the wall. You got to be careful. You got to keep that right rear quarter panel intact because if you slap that wall hard enough at Bristol, she'll get you.
You gonna bite?
It's not just the damage, it's what happened to Ryan Castleberry and Bailey Brannon. We see these cars, if they get out from under you at Bristol, there's nowhere to hide. There's no grass, there's no runoff. It's very close quarters. It's not a track that you want to lose control of your car at.
The concrete jungle. Nothing but concrete walls to your left and right, no grass.
The great Coliseum of NASCAR. They're single file now. 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Keith Fallon's got a little bit of a lead. Looking back, we've got Blevins, Tyler Smith, and Austin Guerrero having a great battle for 5th. Bailey Brannon is there as well. Tyler Smith works the outside of the 51 of Blevins. Going to get around him. And now Austin Guerrero, teammate of Tyler Smith, is going to do the same.
Yeah, and Guerrero's, he's one of those cars that's kind of running that, dive in, kind of run like a diamond around all of these corners. He's doing a really good job of doing that. It looks like he's got a, pretty decent car under him. So if he can help out his teammate any way he can, it looks like he's going to try that.
Yeah, doing a great job. Just managing pace. That's what's key here. In the first half of this race is managing your pace and keeping the car under you and learning from everybody else. Seeing when lines work at what point. Is Bryce Keegan's fallen off of Daniel Miglin just a touch? Chris Mackey starting to challenge, but we've got a caution. Don't see what it's for.
Neither.
Was it Terry Vincent? Yep, Terry Vincent, coming out of 4.
Really?
Yep, same situation with Ryan, and just got too much on it. Ass end wants to go, and yep, hit that inside wall and then hit
Oh.
the outside wall, identical to Ryan Castleberry.
Keith Bryce.
And yeah, I think that's going to be
Smacky.
Terry's day if he already was already limping it around with damage. There's nothing.
Well, he used his fast repair after he got damage early in the stage. There was no caution. He got a couple laps down, and yeah, like you said, Jerry, the concrete jungle. Terry's out there doing the good old
He might.
Bozic sway. It's back.
Oh
Oh,
no!
Oof.
That damage might be manageable. Fixing her up on some cautions, limping her around a little bit.
Tough break for Terry. Ever since he pitted for more fuel, he just, it just didn't go his way after that caution. And now we're going to see a little bit of a different look at the front as Keith Fallon. I don't know why he's no longer in the lead.
I'm watching.
Pitted.
I'm watching his pit right now. He did pit, but did he take tires? Yes, he took tires. So Keegan just took gas. So that is why Keegan is now 6 and Fallon is 7.
Okay. So a little bit of,
Mackie, Blevins are also went right there too.
yeah, a whole group
now-
took.
So
If
now
they
I'm
all-
worried about Miglin, Smith, Guerrero, and Brannon. None of them have pitted this stage yet. Michael Prince has enough gas, has not taken tires since the stage break, but he does have enough gas. I don't know that the front 4 do.
They should, with all the caution laps that we've run in stage 2. I think
Yeah.
they should be good on fuel. The question is though, is this tire offset is about to be pretty significant between the top 4 and everybody else that took here. We're gonna see a big difference in speed.
I don't hate Keegan's strategy here though of not taking tires, and just saving them for when you need them at the end, because there's not very many sets available. So I don't hate it.
Yeah, it's not a terrible call. We'll see though. Daniel Miglin is the first person as the leader to choose the inside. Curious to see how this works for him on the restart. Grip it, rip it, and sip it. We're green, and man, he just rocketed ahead. Bryce
It
chose
looks
the
like
high
the top
side.
line squeezed up. It looks like Tyler may have had a bad restart and kind of slowed up Brandon and Keegan there.
Oh, Bryce Keegan in the wall, as he's got a little bit of company to his inside door. That's Keith Fallon. Bailey Brannon hasn't had good long run pace, so he's going to be, one of the guys everybody's trying
Somebody
to get around.
sideways.
And there it is.
Oh,
Bailey Brannon sideways in the corner.
Insult to injury to Vincent and Norris that were already down 2 laps with no fast repairs, trying to limp their cars around, just trying for anything. Bailey Brannon collects both of them.
He may have had some
If Vincent didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all for this race. There's just nothing
I
else
think
you can
That's
say
the
about that.
HOR way, dude.
I
Yeah.
think Bailey and Keith had a little
Keith
bit of
got it.
contact there. There's a little run in.
Yeah.
I don't know how Bryce missed it, but that was a great job. A lot of luck for the 21 to
Yeah.
not get damaged, but then, as you said, Jared, Terry's right front just got shredded. Took a lot of the hit.
That second hit by Keith kind of straightened Bailey out just enough for Young Buck there.
Yeah, and then Austin Norris just trying to get it slowed down, gets into Terry Vincent. So bad luck for that group. That's going to hurt their day. Bailey Brannon especially for where he's at coming into this race.
Yeah.
Bailey Brannon 3 spots below the cut line, trying to get around, Danny Jackson and Steven Blevins on points. But Blevins is doing a good job. He's ahead of Danny Jackson. He's now ahead of Bailey Brannon, so we'll see what Blevins can get for stage points in stage number 2. We'll have to take a look back and see who finished where in the stage and try and do some quick math. See who needs to beat who at the end of this race.
Well, math is not my strong suit, so I will not be taking part in that.
I'm trying to see if I can get a good look at Vincent's car. He may have cleaned it up. No, it's still pretty tore up, it looks like.
Yeah, I could see it. He's got some damage on the right front. It looks dented and pushed in, and just a bad day for Terry here at Bristol, as he is 3 laps down.
It looks like Austin Norris, though, hasn't used his fast repair until just now. He's got a clean-looking car.
All right, maybe he was strategizing, using it late.
Okay.
these cautions are quick. It's hard to keep up with everything that goes on under yellow.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yo. Oh, oh, time. Or front stretch, I should say.
And a name we haven't talked too much about is old Austin Guerrero sitting P3.
Yeah, teammates to Tyler Smith. He's had a good day so far at Bristol. It's still a lot of race left. Daniel Miglin gets a massive jump again, as Michael Prince is going to push that 23 of Tyler Smith ahead of his teammate. And we're seeing some battles here for track position amongst the
Bryce got
top
ahead of
five.
Keith right there. Well,
And Danny Jackson needs to go forward to get points here. He's in a position now where these stage points are pretty important. Needs to
big
do
check
everything
out.
he can to get points. And Bryce Keegan needs to keep Danny Jackson and Stephen Blevins behind him. Those are the two guys that he's really racing at this point. That's going to be our cut line watch, is those
Yep.
three. Daniel Miglin got a great jump. He's well ahead of Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith has his teammate Austin Guerrero behind him in third to help him out with a little bit of defense. And Bryce
say
Keegan and
finish
Keith Fallon, here we go again. Battling for fifth. Little bit of
Keith's got
contact
fresh
there from
tires.
Bryce and
Oh.
Keith as Bryce got pushed
Oh.
center of the corner, tags the wall, and he's going to have to yield it to Keith this time. He's not going to be happy, though.
No, he's not. I mean, Keith is on fresher tires. He took tires at his last pit stop, so.
Oh no,
Smart.
Bailey Brannon got really loose again off the corner. That's going to slow him up. We're
Didn't
seeing
collect
Keith
anybody,
Fallon,
didn't even-
Austin Guerrero, and Michael Prince battling here for third. Guerrero, I think he's struggling on the tires as he gets into the wall and he's sideways. Beat up the right front down the front stretch. That's going
And
to bring up
another
yellow.
close call. Another close call
Or,
by
yeah, with
Bryce.
Yeah.
You could tell Guerrero just, he had some older tires and everybody around him, and I think he was trying to hold his line, and the car just got so unsettled. He was just having a tough time keeping it under him, and got really loose there off of two.
I don't
And
know how I feel about him getting his spot back. He's pitting anyways.
what I like though is he at least, like, even though he made some contact with the wall, he didn't do anything to come back down the racetrack. He just turned the wheel to the right, kept it up in the wall, did everything he could not to damage anybody else.
Yeah.
So I do gotta commend him for that. Did a good job of, even though he wrecked, he
Keeping her
didn't
up there.
collect anybody
Yeah.
with him,
Yep.
and that's gonna
Norris
help
with
out
these
Bailey
lucky
Brannon.
dogs. Norris is now only one lap away from being back on the lead lap.
Well, for Austin Norris, I mean, it's 300 laps at Bristol. There's gonna be yellows. Just be patient, work your way back into the race. Use one set of tires, use the minimal amount of tires, and then, once you get back in the lead lap, get fresh tires on it and go fight. He's all right. There's a lot of time.
Oh yeah, there will definitely be another caution before this stage ends.
Oh,
the
yeah.
the big thing we're seeing is everybody just struggling for grip out there.
Yeah, it's everybody's just they know what's on the line here, and they're just that right foot's just a little itchy to get into the throttle a little quicker out of these turns, and that's what gets you sideways.
I think the other
Yeah.
thing too is whoever's on the second row on these restarts, you really have to bank on the leader choosing your lane if you're in third or fourth, so that way you can follow him through the restart zone, because the leader has such a big advantage from what we've seen on all of these restarts. Whoever starts behind the leader is really able to challenge for second.
So here's where we're gonna see that, because you got two teammates on top line.
Yep, I think he chose the top to help Keith.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see both of them, motor around Tyler Smith. And Smith here, you're basically a sitting duck.
Yeah.
Like I
Michael
said,
Prince is gonna
I
help
mean,
you.
Michael Prince isn't going to just let it happen. He's going to give Tyler a pretty good push pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's just really difficult to beat the two of them if they're able to sync up this restart. It's going to be tough, especially when it's hard to time it. And here we go, Daniel
Right.
Miglin, big jump. Keith Fallon doesn't get a good jump behind him. Tyler
No,
Smith got one of the
Michael Prince did not have a good jump either.
Yeah, Bryce
Looks
ended
like
up
Bryce
having a
Keegan
good
got
shot.
into him actually and was like, "You got to go."
Yeah.
yeah. Tyler Smith did a really good job there of starting next to the leader and getting a good restart. Doesn't give Keith second, so now he's gonna have to fight. But Keith is on fresher tires, so he's gonna have an easy time to pick a line and move Tyler Smith off of his and go get the stage win here. We'll see
Well,
if he
this
if
is
he helps or
now
hurts his teammate.
I believe, Smith's second or third restart from that P2 spot, and it's been the same team drivers with the same jumps. I
Oh,
wonder
Michael
if
Prince, he gets into the back of Keith Fallon. Keith Fallon sideways.
and a lot of damage with Bryce Keegan too. It looks like right into the back of Michael Prince.
Oh no.
They're still moving, but that front splitter is toast. I guarantee it.
What happened to Keith there? It looks like he was really slow. I think he thought Tyler Smith was gonna cut him off. Maybe Keith clips the apron, or he's just slow center corner. But from what I'm seeing, I think he was just slow off the corner. And Michael Prince wasn't expecting him to be that slow. Tyler Smith was in the wall, and Prince just drove through him. And then he got on the brakes, and Bryce didn't expect that checkup.
Yeah.
That's a really difficult position, I think, for Michael Prince. Because
Yes.
looking at this from Keith's point of view, he sees Tyler Smith as tight, maybe expecting him to, hit the wall and come down, and that's why he checks up. And for Michael Prince, I mean, he's trying to get on the brakes to not damage Keith as much as possible, and Bryce a little bit of nose damage there, but shouldn't kill him.
No, I don't think it will.
But the hard thing
Keith
here
didn't
for Keith is he had the freshest tires and was working to get the track position, and now he's shuffled all the way back.
Shuffled all the way back with 4 tires with a really nice bald spot sitting on all of them now.
Michael Prince claims responsibility. He's going to get an EOL from the race director. That's why he's dropping to the end. So that moves Bryce Keegan up to third. We can take a look at Bryce's car. I don't see damage on that nose. I think he's fine. But now look at who's next to Bryce. It's Stephen Blevins. And he's starting behind the leader. All of the guys that Bryce doesn't want to see are around him at this point. He's got to fight for this track position. But if you're the 51, this is your chance. Get a good start behind the 4.
Get a good jump and get out in front.
Get some stage points and, boost yourself up above the cut line. Bailey Brannon had some struggles. He's on the top side as well. So you got the 51, the 18, and the 6 all racing each other here for elimination tonight, as well as the 21 of Bryce Keegan. Every single one of them are in the top 7.
So I wondered, now that Tyler Smith has seen 3 restarts of Miglin, if Miglin is timing it at the same exact spot every time, if Tyler's also figuring that out and jumping it with him.
So I've been kind of keeping track of that too. I think one of the first ones he waited till the very end of the restart lane, and then like that last one was as soon as he crossed the line he went. So, but oh yeah, Tyler Smith jumped that one perfect.
Yeah, that was a great jump from the 23, and that helps Bryce Keegan to stay ahead of the 51. We'll see what happens here into the 4, if he's able to hold these guys off or not.
Well, now it starts to make you guys wonder if they have the broadcast in their car audio right now, if they're going to start changing up their launch points.
we're pretty good on catching stuff on stream, so
Stream doesn't lie.
wouldn't be bad decision on them, I guess.
Couple laps to go at the end of the stage. Tyler Smith, Bryce Keegan, Daniel Miglin, all in the top 3, but a guy that's been lurking, Chris Mackey. Haven't seen much trouble out of the number 9, and I think he's just patiently waiting, to get track position. Chris Mackey's doing a good job tonight.
I mean, the name of the game tonight is stay clean. If you can stay clean, you're good.
Patience. Definitely
He found
patience.
all the way back up to 5th. He found all the way up to 5th.
Danny
Aston
Jackson,
Martin's
a little bit of
good.
trouble. Jackson
Yeah.
got into the wall and just lost a lot of track position. I just don't think Keith is going to be able to, have the advantage to get around everybody, as we've only got 10 laps left in the stage. We'll see if Tyler Smith challenges Daniel Miglin or not.
I mean, considering they're both already locks for the most part, I'm not sure I would on stage 2 for 1 extra point.
I don't know. The 23 is aggressive. He's looking to the inside of the 4. Here
He's
he
going
goes at
for
the
it, right? Here he
start-finish
goes.
line in a 1 and 2. He's going to get the 4 up the racetrack off of his line. And Tyler Smith down to the inside gets around Daniel Miglin. We'll see if Bryce Keegan can get the move done or not.
So now Bryce is looking for it.
But now we've got a 4-car battle for second. Tyler Smith wants to see him fight in the rear view. He's going to try and drive away.
Mackey looking inside of Bryce. Can get her done.
Keith Fallon trying to get a move done on Chris Mackey, but Mackey says, hey man, I'm up here. It's taken me a while. I don't want to give this track position up. I want my stage points.
Yeah. Said I've been slowly grinding this thing away for 167 laps. I'm not giving it up in 1.
No way. Unlucky for Keith, as I think he's going to have to just stay in line unless he could really get a move done here in the next 2-3 laps. But Daniel Miglin, I think he's going to hold on to second. It's just figuring out who's going to be third, as Chris Mackey is challenging Bryce Keegan. Looking to his outside. Can't get a run there off of turn 4. They both go into turns 1 and 2. Bryce Keegan doing a good job staying loyal to the bottom. Chris Mackey is putting the nose to his bumper. Here we go. One more to go here in the stage as Chris Mackey is looking at the inside of the 21 of Bryce Keegan. Not going to get the move done yet. They're motoring towards 3 and 4. Mackey looks to the inside. He's going to get to the door of the 21, and here we go, side by side off of turn number 4. Chris Mackey, Bryce Keegan dooring each other for the stage. And
I think
Bryce
Bryce got it.
Keegan's got
Keegan
him
got
for
it.
third. Good side-by-side battle. Chris Mackey gave him everything that he could. Couldn't get the move done. Bryce Keegan holds him off.
Oh,
Bryce is up there fighting for his life tonight, dude.
I know it.
17 stage points for the 21.
I think everybody's expecting Bryce to just kind of roll over and lay down, and Bryce is like, hold up.
Yeah, he's like, I've done this outside lane shit before.
Yeah.
I did it 20 laps earlier with Fallon. Chris Mackey, I got this.
Tyler Smith, your stage number 2 winner. He showed a really good speed there throughout the entire race. He's been up at the front all night, doing a great job managing his pace. And leaders are all going to pit here.
Everybody gonna pit. Except for-
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Terry stayed out just to try to get some laps back, naturally.
Yep.
Everybody got into their box pretty good, it looks like.
Keep an eye on Tyler Smith. He should be the first car off pit road. Good stop there for the 23. Bailey Brannon
Really doing?
got an
Wow.
epic stop. I think he took 2 tires. A little bit of a home run strategy there to start a stage.
Mackey took 4 and got in front of Bryce right there.
Yeah. bad stop
Let's
for
get
the
Tyler in here
21.
real quick while we can. Tyler, good job on the stage one. We know we've only got a short amount of time. Congratulations. Walk us through what you think.
Yeah, that was I knew we had some people that pit and took tires, and we had a couple cautions that really shortened it up. So my tires were good enough that I could like full send for the 15 or 20 laps, because I knew I was getting new ones at the end of the stage. So pretty much just full send on that set because it was about to be trash, and just keep it under me, and that's what happened.
We got a
Yeah.
bone
Well-
pick with you, Tyler.
Keeping the car under you, I think, is the name of the game tonight. You've got a few guys that are scrapping out there for position. What's the difficulty of the restarts that you found, and how are you able to get such a good jump on the leader?
So I think the last one why I got the jump, Bryce gave me a decent push. Um, and then he did wait till late in the box, so I mean he had to go eventually. So I got a nice bump, and then I also was just able to time it a little bit.
Well, very nice. Looks like you're going to have to try and time it one more time against Bailey Brandon. Good luck to you in stage number 3, buddy.
Thank
Put
you.
that playoff banner on.
Yeah, put the playoff banner on, damn it.
It's not on?
Nope.
No.
Well, good luck.
Bye. He said it's not on. No.
Oh, no. That's going to get him wound up.
Then it is. It's gonna get them all wound up in the car. He's gonna be like, "Dang, I have my playoff banner on."
Now Bubba rattled him. Here we go.
Yeah.
Start of stage
Oh,
number 3. Pace
jeez.
cars off. The bucket boy
Throw
with a
some
home
drama
run
in here,
strategy.
boys.
He's going to get a great jump in the restart zone. Tyler Smith going to be challenged by the 4 of Daniel Miglin. He's stuck on the outside line as they are racing hard towards turns 3 and 4.
Here we go. Side Drive Racing League Stage 3. What we got for us today, brother?
The name of the game, I think everybody's out of their fast repairs. Stay clean. Just stay clean, and you'll end up on the lead lap. You'll end up top 5, guaranteed.
It ain't staying clean, brother. This is Bristol, baby.
Tyler Smith got challenged there by Daniel Miglin for second and was able to work the outside line to get around him. Miglin, I think, is just, really patient tonight. We've seen him up and down the field. He yielded the lead early, and I think Miglin
Bryce
just doesn't
going
want
for
any
it.
trouble.
Bryce down on the low line. I think he was looking for a shot there, just ran out of momentum.
Ooh, a little switchback move there from the 4. Got to the inside of the 23 off of turn number 4. And
Oh,
Michael Prince,
around.
Keith
Prince.
Fallon, hold on a second. No caution?
Oh, yellow.
What
They're keeping it.
happened
Oh.
there?
I'll do some.
Oh, no.
buddy.
Not investigation broadcast.
Remember lap number 180, gentlemen.
I'm gonna go take a gander right now. Do my investigative journalism. I'll come back to you with some resources here.
I saw the 40 and the 31 there.
Yeah, there
Oh,
was
boy.
definitely 40 and 31.
Well, Bryce
Oh.
Keegan is challenging the 23 of Tyler Smith as Keith Fallon is doing everything he can to go forward right now.
Keith almost got in the back of Tyler Smith, had to check up and get out of the way.
And Chris Mackey is up there scrapping as well. Austin Norris finally got himself on the lead lap. He's up to 7th on the stage 3 restart. Austin Norris is going forward. Michael
Got
Prince,
Got them exits
he
figured out.
crashed.
Michael,
Yellow's
oh.
out for Michael Prince.
Oh, I guess he just couldn't keep the car after the damage. Probably just too much for him. But Keith Fallon did not do anything except collect a little bit of damage from it. That turn 4 is getting everybody and getting loose, and Michael Prince was just the next one
Oh,
that got collected out of the turn 4.
do you find anything on your investigative
Investigation.
adventure?
Yep, exactly that. That Keith Fallon didn't even touch him.
Oh,
He
it
just
was
got
all-
he got loose out of 4, and then Fallon got him a little bit and collected some free damage. But Michael Prince just pushing that car a little too much out of turn 4 and got sideways like we've seen quite a few cars.
All right. that got me wound up for a minute.
Dude, it did. I was like, oh no. We've
Oh,
seen
boy.
this one before.
No, nobody's fault but their own.
We started doing investigations, buddy.
Well,
We're
to
pretty
any of
spot
you,
on most times.
To any of you football fans, Monday Night Football is a little bit of a snooze fest. The Eagles are winning 3-0 against the Packers. with 8
Oh.
minutes to go in the third quarter.
That's a barn burner.
Well,
Yeah.
I have YouTube TV, and $2 billion companies between Disney and Google can't seem to figure out a mutual agreement to get fucking ESPN back. So I couldn't even watch the game. Sorry. Didn't mean to throw that one out
I'm
there.
not
But,
arguing about that, Jared.
Oh,
well,
no.
it's $2 billion companies worrying about God knows what for only the consumers are taking the hit here.
Oh no. Well, we saw Terry Vincent get a lap back and he pits.
YouTube TV. Actually, I want to blame Disney more than anything. I feel like it's Disney's fault.
Well, you can watch all your B.A.C. racing streams live on YouTube and Twitch.
Oh gosh.
Don't
For
kill us,
free.
YouTube. Don't kill us.
We swear. Sorry.
We swear.
Oh,
Oh man, that was great.
no, it's good. That's good. You can tell Jared's real passionate about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's not many things I'm passionate about. My Monday Night Football, I need it back.
Well, they're lined up 2 by 2. Bailey Brannon didn't lose as much track position as I thought. With that bold call for 2 tires, he's still the leader.
All right. I could really shake some cut lines up.
So we'll see what happens now. Brannon gets a great jump,
Race
and
down there
he is
pushing
rolling
Daniel.
towards turn number 1.
And they just left Tyler out to dry.
Yeah, they did. Bryce Keegan on the bottom. See a lift out of him. But Daniel Miglin's going to go try and challenge Bucket Boy for the lead as Bryce Keegan gets the move done on the 23 of Tyler Smith. But now here he comes. It's the 40. It's Keith Fallon. Tyler Smith said, take it. I don't need it. Go
Yeah.
right ahead.
Not worth it.
Miglin just staying in line with Brannon, and now might be starting to challenge, but I can't really tell. Looks like Bryce Keegan and Keith Fallon is where the eyes are drawn to all race.
Yep. 3.0, baby. Is this 3 or 4?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know, Terry Labonte and Dale out there, man.
Yep.
Getting
Going at it.
flashbacks. It's going to end bad. I can already tell it's going to end bad. If you're Bryce, just let him go. You got all those stage points. You don't need it.
No, I'm not doing
Don't-
that. I'm sending it.
You don't need it. If you get in a wreck, you're done. Your playoff hopes are gone. So just let the 40 by.
No, don't listen to him, Bryce. Send it.
You can see he got a little loose there off the corner, and now here we go. Keith Fallon is challenging. He's on his outside. And now he's going to give him a little bit of a bump towards turn number 3. He's at the back of the 21. This one ain't over. Chris Mackey was able to get around Tyler Smith, and now he's trying to catch Bryce and Keith. Mackey is in 5th. Daniel Miglin doesn't have much for Bailey Brannon. He keeps getting loose off the corners. Looks like Brandon's car is very happy out front with that clean air, and he's doing a good job of managing the pace. And here we go, Keith Fallon looking to the inside of Bryce Keegan, but he's not going to get the move done in turn 3. They make their way across the stripe.
Yeah, I think Bryce and Keith have kind of battling each other has fueled them to a little bit. I think they've kind of started catching these Daniel Miglin and Bailey Brennan a little bit.
Well, the other thing to remember, though, the 4 and the 40 are teammates. So Bryce is, in a position where he's battling this one out all by himself. We haven't seen Dennis Orff in a long time, and Brian Bozick out for the season with injury. So, I mean, it's going to be really difficult for Bryce to battle some of these guys when he doesn't have any teammates, especially at the super speedway if he makes it to the next round.
Yeah, that's going to be brutal. But, I mean, at the super speedway, if you can just stay on that bottom, I mean, that's going to be your best friend. That's going to be your best teammate. That's going to be your only teammate.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a good dominant preseason shootout showing from Bryce and his teammates at Daytona, but without the HOR team, I don't know what's going to be in the cards for Bryce. And Keith Fallon is still on his bumper. He is not giving this one up easy. He's all over Bryce.
And it may not look like much damage now, but you just keep slowly just beating down on that, on the rear of that car, and eventually it's going to start loosening up. Definitely don't want to see that.
They are kind of working their way up there. I don't know. Maybe if they're holding or Bailey's gamble is just really paying off that much. That clean air.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bailey
'cause-
is good. He looks really good. We haven't seen a
Maybe they're
win
kinda
out
waiting
of
on his
Bucket
teammate.
Boy, but he started this season, a couple races late. And ever since he showed up, Bucket Boy has been on a tear to become a playoff driver, and now that he's going to battle and try and make his way into the next round on a win. And if he could do that, it's gonna have Bryce make it to the next round on points. So it could be Bryce and Bailey advancing if Bucket Boy can get the W.
Bryce and Keith's going into battle mode.
Yeah, here we go. And now look at who's showing up. It's the number 9. It's Chris Mackey. Bryce lets him by, but I'm curious to see if, Bryce repays the favor or not.
Almost did. Lifted a little bit.
Yeah,
All this is just letting the 9 come closer. Yeah.
Caution's out.
Caution. Austin Norris.
Oh no, that's a terrible break. Oh, he clipped
'cause
the
he just-
apron.
Yeah.
Clipped the apron, and then let's see. Then he got loose off the corner, and he barely put his tires below that yellow
Oh,
line.
bruh.
But then after
Guerrero
he
and
did,
Jackson.
oh no, Danny Jackson with big damage. That's
yeah.
gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt Danny Jackson a lot. For a guy it's do or die time. Blevins really lucky to drive around this.
Mackey stayed out.
Okay. All right. Let's see what he's doing.
Got the fake done and everything. Everybody went and he's like, skirt.
I don't know how Michael Prince didn't get into the back of Guerrero there. But I think Michael Prince is on the lead lap.
Yes, he is.
And Terry Vincent is just broke.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Prince is 1 lap down.
Okay.
Vincent also 1 lap down.
Yeah. I mean, Terry's just trying to get as much damage fixed as possible. But very odd for Chris Mackey to stay out.
Maybe get some points just for lead laps.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Maybe he's got a little calculator there, but there's less than 100 laps to go, or 210 into this race. So, it's going to be about 88 to go once we get going green.
Which tells me
So one
if
more
you're pushing
stop.
these cars, I mean, like, you're going to have to take fuel again anyways. Right? If we're running out of gas at 85, with the cautions and, the pace laps to get the race started, it was really like 82. So if we're going green at 88, we're going to have to take gas.
There's going to be another caution, though, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
And
that's
then you
what
take your
Mackey
gas
is.
and tires and run it to the end.
I think that's what Mackey's strategy is get another yellow. Or just hoping for that one more yellow. We're about to find out. Pace car's off. Or no, pace car's still there. You got a little bit of time, but they're formed up. It's about to be off.
Good restart Mackey gets on his older tires. Still warmed up. Expect him to get a good restart here. Low line as well.
And green flag is out. Chris Mackey races towards turn number 1, and we are going green for Side Draft Racing League, stage number 3, playoffs, round of 12, race number 3 at Bristol.
Boys, fresh tires.
Oh
Yep,
no, Keith
yep.
Fallon, trouble, trouble.
Bryce
Oh,
hard into the
no.
wall as well.
Oh no, the 51 is still wrecking.
What is this gonna do to the field? Oh my.
That was, I think Chris Mackey pits now. What
Bryce
happened
hit
there?
the wall hard as well after that fact.
We're gonna have to look at Bryce then and kind of dissect this caution. Because I see these two side by side, center of the corner. I can't really tell, if there's a driver at fault or if Bryce is tight. I mean, Keith does have him squeezed down the racetrack, and it looks like Keith was getting loose. Kind of like, I don't think Bryce is really at fault for that contact. I think Keith just got loose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what's
maybe that's why he was
weird is
squeezed.
for Bryce, it's like the car just, his wheel disconnected or
Well, that's
something.
yeah.
But he got airborne after connecting with the 40. I wonder if he just about lost a damn tire doing that and just couldn't turn any direction.
It's almost like something broke on Bryce's car.
Yeah, they went great.
Oh, you know what happened is, if you look at the onboard of Bryce with the contact with Keith, his wheel skips up when
Yeah,
Keith
yeah, he
hits
got
him.
airborne.
Yeah, I think that might be what did it.
Well,
Right?
now we got to figure out if, yeah, I mean, you got to figure out now, does Bryce have a fast repair? Is he going to be able to get this thing?
He did get a fast repair.
Okay.
Is he taking an EOL?
No, I just think he had to fix all that damage.
He's dropping in the back.
Interesting wreck there. I'm curious. We said it was gonna end bad, but I didn't expect it to be now. Chris Mackey did pit from the lead, so that gives it back to Bailey Brandon. Bucket Boy's strategy is playing out here in stage 3. But I
Yes, sir.
still don't think they've got enough fuel to make it all the way to the end. It's going to be really tight. If they keep getting yellows, they might have enough after this yellow. They might have enough.
Yeah, but they're not getting enough fast repairs to keep up. They can be limping these cars.
Yeah, now's where we're going to start to see the desperation. Look at Danny Jackson and Stephen Blevins, 3rd and 4th, fighting for the
Wow.
cut line. Bailey Brandon, the leader. So you've got all 3 of those cars competing for the next round in the top 5, besides Bryce, who's back down to 8th after that caution. So
Yeah,
Bailey is
well,
doing
he started
everything
like
he
10th
can.
or 11th, and he just jumped 3 cars instantly. He could tell he's not too happy, and he's going to get all of these spots back pretty quickly.
Danny Jackson is all over Daniel Meglin, trying to get a move done. He wants 2nd. But Keith Fallon is in 4th, putting pressure on the 18, as we're seeing a few cars side by side. Bryce Keegan, Austin Guerrero, Stephen Blevins back there. A little bit of trouble in traffic as Keith Fallon and Danny Jackson are now side by side for 3rd. But Keith gets the move done on the inside. Danny's going to drop back to 4th.
And Blevins hits the wall and takes out Bryce Keegan.
Bryce.
No.
It doesn't look like it's going to be a substantial amount of damage, but
Oh,
yeah.
no. Nowhere to go for Bryce.
Probably didn't even see him.
No. I mean, he saw him get tight, but I don't think he expected him to come down the racetrack like that. Now we're seeing a lot of guys deciding to pit. Daniel Miglin is one of them. Chris Mackey staying out. Brandon, Fallon, Jackson, Smith, Guerrero, Mackey. Keegan stays
Oh,
out.
yeah, I'm looking at
Miglin,
the rear chase of Keegan's car. Yeah, that thing is no good. Or no,
Terry
my bad.
Vincent.
That is Terry Vincent's car. Oh,
Terry Vincent is still, you know, in this race. It doesn't seem like it, but with so many laps left, with all these cautions, he could squeak out a top 5 if a few of these guys wreck, and he can just chip it away at it. You know, he can do his thing and try and stay in it. Austin Norris got back in it, so Terry can too.
looking at what are we on the rear chase of Vincent's car? It doesn't even have the front right wheel touching the ground.
Jeez. Yeah, this is a weird spot in this race now because all these guys electing to stay out, it tells me they're good to the end on fuel. But everyone that just pitted, I'm assuming they all took tires.
Well, it's either that or they assume, and they're going to assume correctly, that another caution will be coming out.
But then you're going to cycle behind everyone that just pitted, and then how big of an
Yeah.
offset do you have? So I think
Yeah.
this group that just decided to pit, it's led off with Michael Prince, then Daniel Miglin. They might be in a good spot if all of the guys ahead of them have to make one more stop. Unless everybody that's out front is doing one thing and they're trying to go to the end. But it's still 75 laps.
Yeah.
It's a long way to go.
Especially
Yeah,
in
and
Bristol.
we saw what 75 laps does to tires. You know, in the last two stages, you know, they start falling off quick. So
Oh yeah,
if
they
you
do.
have 75 to go, how many do you already have on your tires?
Bailey Brannon gets a big jump. And he's going to lead in turn 1, followed by Keith Fallon. Behind Keith, you got Tyler Smith, Danny Jackson, Chris Mackey, Michael Prince. Pretty good restart from him. Prince is trying to use this fresh rubber to go forward.
Yeah, and you can tell Bryce is weaving in and out of this traffic. He's trying to get back up there.
Danny Jackson holding on to third. Doing a really good job keeping his track position for where he's at. Chris Mackey been battling for 4th and 5th all night. He's going to want to try and work his way to the front here as he's battling Danny Jackson. He's going to get to his inside, get the move done. But now behind Danny Jackson, he's got Michael Prince, Tyler Smith, and Daniel Miglin. A lot of fast race cars. Danny, good luck, buddy. Race hard. Hold them off.
Here they come.
Yeah, well, there's one, maybe two, out of one turn alone. There's
Yeah,
three.
I think Jackson's tires are shot.
Yep, and there goes Bryce as well. So in one lap, he has dropped 5 positions.
Jeez Louise. Now here comes Austin Norris. It shows you the difference of the tire offset. You know, when you stay
Yeah.
out there too long, you find out real quick you're on the wrong strategy at Bristol. Danny Jackson just got railroaded by the field. Out front, battle for the lead. Starting to heat up. Bailey Brandon's got company. It's the number 40 of Keith Fallon. We've seen an aggressive drive tonight out of Keith.
Very aggressive all night. He's been bumping and rubbing just about everybody that he runs into. So curious to see how this one's going to play out.
Kind of looks like Michael Prince out there racing.
I
people.
know it. I know it.
The Intimidator times 2.
Keith don't play on the short tracks, man.
Love to see it though. That's what we expected here at short track. Finish out the playoffs first one.
Tell you
Surprised
what,
we didn't
Bailey
see
would
more.
he would lock himself in instantly though if he does pull this off.
Oh, that would shake that cut line up, buddy.
I think that's why Bryce was driving so aggressive just to make sure that he's ahead of Jackson and Blevins, so that way he knows even if Bailey Brennan wins this, I'm good.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Keith's up there trying to spoil all that.
Yeah.
Well, what I've noticed is for Keith is he needs to pass on the top. He tries to put the bumper to everybody and, work around to get to the bottom, but Keith is really struggling to work the top of the racetrack, and it's making it difficult for him to get these moves done.
Yeah, he likes to put that nose, get a run on the straights, and then put that. Oh, so he gets a little
Oh, he got a little loose there.
swirly.
Yeah, he did. He got a big wiggle down the back
Tries to get
stretch.
that nose in there and kind of intimidates people pushes them up, and that's where he gets his moves done.
Chris Mackey, third. Michael Prince, fourth. Tyler Smith, fifth. A couple of these guys trying to go forward as they're battling for the lead. I'm curious to see if Chris Mackey can close the gap to the leaders.
You see Bailey's kind of. You can tell Bailey's really trying to push his car because he's getting a little loose coming out of the corners. Get a little wiggle every once in a while. Bailey, just keep running your line. Hold your ground, brother.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Bailey, if you could just keep running the same line over and over, even if you do lose one to Fallon, that's still a bunch of points. That's going to put you ahead of probably where you need to be for that cut line. Just can't make a mistake and end up sideways. If you end up sideways, it's over.
It's tight. So Bailey is, 3 positions below the cut line from Steven Blevins.
But how many points?
It's 5 total points from Bailey to Blevins.
I'd be willing to bet after the stages that we've had that it's probably almost even. And Blevins is running 11th right now. Jackson running 10th. That
Wow.
should be enough.
Yeah, it should be. It's going to be, if Bailey wins, though, I'm curious, with all those stage points Bryce got, he just needs to stay net ahead of those 2 cars because he finished the stage ahead of both of them, and then you finish the race ahead of both of them, and then you're safe if you're Bryce, if Bailey wins. So it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I'm curious to see because did Bailey take all 4 yet or recently? When was the last time he'd taken all 4? Because I know he'd been doing the 2-tire strategy, just trying to stay out front.
It's been a while. I don't know the last time he took 4.
Oh, and he gave the inside, it looks like, to Fallon. It looks like he's going to get it.
Oh, yep.
Tag the wall. It's going to slow down, take all of his momentum. Yep, and he gave it up.
Yeah, Bailey, like you said, he might be starting to struggle for grip. And with how many cautions he's had, or we've had in stage 3, the last thing that he wants to do is make a green flag stop, and then the caution comes out, and you're a couple laps down, and you're completely done. So I think Bailey's just trying to hold on as long as he can, hope for a yellow. Otherwise, he's going to have to pit at the last, opportunity when this thing's on fumes.
Yeah.
How many sets? I wonder how many sets Keith has left. Because he's taking tires when other people haven't, I know. So I wonder if another caution comes out. That might put him. The person who doesn't want to see another caution is Keith Fender. I would think. Because I think everybody else is going to try the tires and catch him.
is in a really bad spot is Danny Jackson. Made a strategy to stay out, and now he's just on those old tires. Lost all the track position, and he's the last car on the lead lap, and Keith is starting to chip away at him.
Sorry, I had to take a little Jerry break there for a second. Still
Oh, you're
green.
good. Yeah, we're green, buddy. But I'm just saying that Danny Jackson, it's going to be decision time here pretty soon with the leader closing in with those old tires. Like, when do you pit? When do you go all in on it's going to stay green? It's going to be a big question amongst all these drivers. If this
Good
can
news
turn
is
into a long run.
Terry's running the wall. He's pretty much just trying to keep the car alive. There's a lot of traffic coming up. There will be another caution. It's just, can you keep it?
Oh, there it is.
What I say?
Spoke that into existence.
Yeah, what I say?
Wow. Jared.
Jer on
Got the
point.
crystal ball. Got the
That
crystal
was-
ball, brothers.
That was creepy. Yeah, Norris did the same thing that he did earlier. He clipped that apron.
Yeah, gonna get you every time.
And then he locks it down. He didn't touch anything. Huh. That was a weird yellow.
Well, if you got a set of tires, now's your time.
That was a
Yep.
really weird yellow.
Keith is coming down. I'm gonna keep an eye on Keith. See if he's got his car or something.
All right, big battle off pit road here.
I'd be curious to see if anybody just takes two to get out front.
I don't know. You gotta take four.
Dude, I think if you can get out front, look what Bailey did with two for as long as he did.
Michael
Blevins?
Prince took 2.
Plevin stayed out.
Keith took 4.
Bailey also just took 2. Bryce is taking 4.
I think Prince only took 2.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna. Dude, I don't know what it is about my crystal ball. It's just on one right now.
Well, this gives Stephen Blevins the lead, but I don't know what he's thinking.
I don't either. Maybe
Update for Monday
him
Night
and
Football.
Bailey work together.
Jalen Hurts just threw a bomb to Devontae Smith. 10-0 lead for the Eagles with 10 minutes left in the fourth.
Boo!
What do they say over there in Philly? Fly, Eagles, fly.
You know, they say "Go Birds" in the most obnoxious way possible.
Go Birds!
You know, they say "Get the Birds."
Your
Just the
voice
most,
cut
just the
out.
most
You said that so
obnoxious.
loud.
Yeah, the most obnoxious way to say "Go Birds."
All right, so we're under 40 laps to go. What's your prediction, boys? Who's winning this race?
So before that caution, my insider sources tell me that Bailey was in by 3 points. That was before the caution.
Which means Blevins is out.
But now Blevins is in the lead.
So it's do or die for the 51.
Who are your
Dude,
sources?
Oh boy.
Uh,
Well, the 51 gets an absolute great restart as he's going to rocket to the lead, and Michael Prince is going to follow him. Bailey Brennett now to the outside of the 31. He's going to battle around off of turn number 2. And no,
And
there's a wreck.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Keith Fallon.
Fallon. No
yellow.
caution?
Fallon, no caution.
Well, he's
Blevins
currently
stays
in the
in the
wall,
lead.
so they've got about 10 seconds to throw that thing, or else we're going to have about a 10-car pile up here in a second.
Well, here we
Bailey's
go.
trying to get
Bailey
the lead.
Brannon trying to get the lead from Blevins as they are side by side. Blevins is doing everything he can to hold it, but no. The Bucket Boy storms around him at the start-finish line, and Bailey Brannon, your new leader.
That's who I was going to say was going to win it. It's going to be one of these two. Whoa, there's another wreck.
Look down. There's caution.
Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith and Daniel Miglin, I think. I don't think Tyler ever seen him.
All right, Blevins, put tires on it.
Yeah, he has to. There's no way.
What happened with Tyler Smith?
But also, if you're Blevins, you can't take tires and give up that spot to Keegan. Like, he should have taken tires the first time.
Yeah, you see Blevins just gotta pit that last yellow. I don't think that the lead there was enough, and Tyler Smith just
Hello, David, our
aggressive.
review team, our draft official, or our race official.
That was
Yes,
aggressive.
he's our insider source. Our
Oh, nice.
calculations.
Really
He's currently
aggressive.
muted, so if he is trying to talk, if for some reason it is not letting him.
That was aggressive.
I figured I'd jump in and give y'all a points update.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah, let's hear it.
If my calculations are correct, and I've added stage points so far, to start stage 3, Keegan is safe, pretty much, because he's earned enough stage points. He's earned 18 stage points tonight,
Yes, sir.
so he's pretty safe.
Yep.
The interesting thing is Blevins and Brannon are 5 points apart starting this third stage.
That's
Okay,
where the
and
race is.
That is blind.
Danny Jackson was 8 under.
Okay. So Jackson
I guess
basically needs a
currently
win.
Bailey's in by 5.
So Jackson needs a win to lock in, and Blevins has to beat Bailey by at least 5 positions.
Brannon has to get 5 spots right.
Okay. Wow.
That's getting
So
close.
Go.
getting close.
All right.
Here we go.
Thank you for the update. Oh,
But
Unofficially.
Unofficially, yeah.
Bailey could win and be
Unofficially.
in. I mean, Bailey's looking pretty good right now.
Yep.
If he keeps
Here we
nailing
go.
the restarts, we'll see what Bailey
Wait,
Brandon
so
can do.
Bailey is currently above the cut line. He is the cut driver.
He
No,
is
Blevins is.
Blevins,
Blevins
is
is the cut driver. Oh, so if Bailey Brandon wins this, he is
He's
he is
good.
in.
Otherwise,
is
he has
in.
to beat Blevins by at least 5 positions.
Correct.
Oh,
So that's why Blevins is not taking tires and he's staying out there.
Oh, that dirty
shoulda-
dog.
He should have pitted
Okay.
that last time around. Oh man, 30 laps is a long way to go. Pace car's
There we
off.
go.
We're green, and Brandon rockets on the restart again. And now we'll
See you
have to
guys.
keep an eye on Blevins.
Thanks,
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
We'll see what Blevins can do, but on those old
3.
tires, here comes Bryce Keegan. That could be the nail in the coffin for the 51. We'll see what Bryce decides to do.
Jackson.
Bailey Brandon's checking out. Michael Prince, he has won the first 2 races of the round of 12, and he finds himself in second with under 30 to go. But Chris Mackey's going to fight to his inside. Can Michael Prince get the hat trick? I don't know.
I don't think so, but the one thing to worry about is as long as Brandon wins, he's in not only for points, but he would also just get it for winning the race itself. But that win is 5 extra points, for the standings.
Look at the 51 of Blevins battling. He's doing everything
All
he can
Blevins
to
has
stay
to
in
do is
fifth.
stay in the top 5 and hope that Miglin, Prince, Mackey, one of them can just put him in P2. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
I think it's Chris Mackey is the one you've got to bank on if you're Stephen Blevins. Chris Mackey's been top 5 all night. We haven't seen him really inherit the lead in this race, but now, with less than 25 to go, Chris Mackey is in a position to go try and run down the leader at Bristol, but Bailey Brandon has got the foot to the floor.
23 now to go.
Well, and then Blevins now has Bryce Keegan out here
Oh,
battling
yeah.
him. You don't want to be
Oh,
6th,
no.
brother. You don't want to be 6th.
No, you don't. Bryce Keegan to the inside of the 51, and he's going to get him. So now if you're Blevins, you have to try and stay ahead of the 45 or get another caution and get a great restart. But Bailey Brandon is the control car, and he's got a half a straightaway lead on Chris Mackey.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, baby.
Battle
Another caution
for
would really just
fourth.
throw a wrench in it.
For battle for third, it's the 31 of Michael Prince and Daniel Miglin. Prince is going to get the move done on the 4. Michael Prince gave up a couple spots there to start this run, but now this could be where the 31 starts his hard charge to the front. Bryce Keegan, he's led a lot of laps tonight, won a stage, got his first stage win that we've seen in a long time. He's back there in 5th. Does he have the long run pace to work his way to the front?
Well, he did take all 4. So Brandon and Prince only took 2. I think Miglin, Mackey, and Keegan took 4. So hopefully they start picking up the pace in these last, 10, I'm going to say, is when they're going to start closing this gap a lot.
Well, here comes
Well,
the
you're Bryce.
31. It's Michael Prince. He's starting to run down Chris Mackey for second, but the laps are winding down. I don't know if there's enough time for Prince to get around Mackey and catch Brandon. As we've seen tonight at Bristol, it's one thing to catch him, but it's another thing to pass.
Yeah, and 18 laps at Bristol is about 2 laps at Daytona, so ain't much.
Stephen Blevins holding on to the Austins behind him, Austin Guerrero and Austin Norris. Guerrero's looking to the inside of Blevins. Blevins going to shut the door.
Yeah, Austin
Keep
Norris,
himself alive.
he is in the playoffs, but for the 57, he needs a win to guarantee his spot in the next round. So Austin Norris is going to have to get a caution and get a great restart, but it's a lot of things that are going to have to happen at this point. Chris Mackey, though, is managing the gap a little bit to Michael Prince, holding on to second. Brandon, still monster lead. 15 to go next time by.
That bucket is on fire right now, dude.
Yeah.
That thing is on fire. He is putting that thing to the back of the dorm room, dude.
Well, I guess if we learned anything from this is 2 tires. 2 tires. If you need tires, just take 2. You know what? Stage break, go get 4. But if you ever had to take tires midway through a stage, 2. Just keep doing lefts over and over.
Working right now, dude.
It has been
Right,
an
my bad.
immaculate drive in stage number 3 for Bailey Brandon. We've seen some Hail Mary strategy go his way to get track position to maintain the lead here, and he found speed at the right time of the playoffs. The question is, 10 laps to go, is it going to stay green, or is he going to have to get one more great restart out of that car?
Oh, he's gonna
I think it's going to stay green. I think this is it.
think. I don't know, dude.
10 laps at Bristol.
I
It's a
don't
short
know.
time for a fan, but
It's
it's
a
a long
wild
time
time.
if you're behind the wheel.
Because we got Austin and Austin back there side by side. Norris Blevins is loving that because he's like, just keep me in front of you two.
Blevins, P6, trying to keep his playoff hopes alive.
Catching Daniel Miglin.
Yeah, but
Miglin's slow.
Doing everything he can to get to the 4 of to the 4 of Miglin, but it might not be enough because Bailey Brandon, look at the lead.
the
He's
only
checking
way,
out.
the only way Blevins continues this is if Bailey spins out.
We've seen it.
That's the only way that this
Wildest
does
thing.
not.
Keep those wheels under you, Bailey.
Don't crystal ball us now, Jared.
Yeah, my bad. I've been on one.
Chris Mackey, Michael Prince, second and third. Both of them podiumed last week at Watkins Glen. Mackey, we saw that late last lap drama off of the last corner that granted him a podium. He's going to be happy to string together 2 top 3 finishes
Oh, yeah.
if this can
That's
stay
what
green to
we-
the end. If not, he might be able to challenge for a win. 4 laps to go at Bristol for Bailey Brandon to lock himself into the next round of the playoffs for Side Draft Racing League Season 1.
Do the points reset per round or no?
Not until the championship round.
Oh, that cut line's gonna get
Scary.
real hard to get to on the round of 8.
Well, Bryce Keegan is up to 4th. So for Bryce, he's guaranteed himself now a spot in the next round. 2 laps to go. And the white flag is out for Bucket Boy.
Bucket Boy. Let's
4
go.
more turns. 300 laps was the distance. A grueling race to endure. But Bucket Boy played the great strategy to come on top, and Bailey Brannon wins in the playoffs for Side Draft Racing League. He's moving on to the next round. Bucket Boy
That
gets it done at the
Bucket
Coliseum.
Fire.
Chris Mackey comes home second,
Oh.
and Michael Prince third. After multiple wins in a row for the Intimidator, Michael Prince is going to bring it home in third. Maybe it was the paint scheme. I don't know.
Dude,
But we get to
sure.
watch Bailey Brannon burn it down at Bristol. Oh, wait.
Shoot. But
What's he doing?
He's gonna try.
There we go.
You gotta figure out what Gary wants to be in. Go on,
Yeah.
porch up on
Put it
against
on
that
the
wall.
wall.
There you go.
Oh, man.
He hasn't won very much. We got to give him a break here.
His first win of the season.
First win of the season. What a better time to get it, dude. Needing to get into the next round of the playoffs and does it. Gets it done. You know what? If it was my first win of the season, I'd be happy with it.
Man, oh, man.
What a race. What a race.
Yeah, that's actually one of our quicker ones too. To be honest, some of
6
these go
lead
on till about
changes.
11:30.
6 lead changes, 14 cautions, spanning 54 laps. But Bailey
Hell, I think we
Brannon
saw 14 cautions at Texas.
got the W tonight. All right.
All right, so are we ready
Michael
to start some
Prince.
interviews?
Yeah, we bring up Michael Prince. Bailey Brannon's still doing burnouts.
Michael Prince, welcome to the booth, brother. Started in the back, already took an EOL as well midway through the race. I want to ask what happened with you and Keith Fallon when you ended up taking that EOL there.
I expected him to get off the corner a little bit quicker. I knew he had fresh tires, so I figured he'd be a little faster, but I misjudged it there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked like you were kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place to begin with. Did they tell you that you were going to get an EOL, or did you do that just with
No,
your
I
own
just
accord?
took it.
Okay.
Copy. Where'd the
Yeah.
Intimidator scheme go, dude?
I just wanted to swap it up. I'll
they
probably
wanna
swap
take
it up
all-
again next week.
You got to
They
put
wanna
that
take all
thing
the
back
luck out of
on the
it?
car. What are you doing?
They want to take
Oh,
all the luck out of it for round of 8, huh?
yeah. We gotta save what we can there.
Mm. Yeah, it was a
Well-
pretty, long race for you, but you had a little bit of drama, but it wasn't at the end. So at least you got home third place and got some good points to, keep the podiums going. I mean, you got 2 wins in a row and then you get third. So nothing to be mad about.
Oh no, in that last restart there, I seen who all was around me, and I was like, I'm gonna let these guys go because they are fighting a lot harder than me. So I know Mackie just wants a win, period.
Yeah.
Blevins was probably willing to do anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let these guys just do what they need to do, so that we can just at least finish the race.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fair. Well, another great showing by you. You've already been locked in since the first race. What track are you most excited about in the round of 8?
What do we have next week? Darlington?
Darlington,
Yep.
Talladega, and
Talladega.
Homestead.
Darlington. Just
Sure.
the next one. Yeah, well,
That's
I
the
always
place
like
to,
that
to
one.
dominate.
Lock it in early, huh?
I'm not gonna speak too much on that.
I tell you what. All right, so I got one more question for you. Let's say you win Darlington next week.
Okay.
Do you spend all of your practice time that you would normally on these other tracks and just practice Charlotte for 4 weeks straight?
Probably not. I'll probably do like I've been doing all year. Just come in here Sunday or Monday night and my first laps on the track B qualifying.
Oh my God.
I swear I did that in
You
the past
make me
like
sick.
month too. That's why I always start out in the back, and y'all are like, "Oh, he just wants to start out in the back." No, I need to get a feel for the track.
Fair enough. Andy, you got anything else for Michael?
Wish I could do
No. Congratulations on the podium, buddy. Good luck next
All
week
right,
at
Michael.
Darlington.
that.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yep, take it easy, Michael. All right. In second, Here, I'll bring him up here for his interview, actually, or for his introduction. In second, we have Chop House Restoration himself, the number 9 car, Chris Mackey. Chris Mackey, congratulations on a number 2 win. You were kind of middle of the pack towards the beginning of the race, and you were slowly but surely working your way up there. About lap 170, you were sitting P2 or 3, fighting Chris Fallon, or
Keith.
fighting Fallon. Walk us through that,
Keith.
Keith.
Yeah, it was a good race, fun race. Just kind of knew I had a good gap tonight, so I wasn't trying to really push my luck or anything. There was a few moments where I kind of ran aggressive and just had to back out of some spots because I didn't want to cost myself the gap that I had built. So yeah, overall good race. Glad to get up there. Congrats to Bailey on the win.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well,
we saw good overall pace from you, like you said tonight. I thought you might have been holding back because I was like, man, Chris Mackey's in fourth, he's in fifth, but you were just kind of hanging back from the leaders and just taking the points that you could get, and you podiumed last week, you podium again this week, so not bad to string a couple of those together in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely some good momentum. Hopefully, but go in the next round and do one spot better. That's all I've been missing all year. So hopefully I can get that next round.
You're right there.
Broadcaster Gerson, you know more, buddy. Go get it.
yep.
I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was a good race. We had a lot of fun watching you battle Keith there for a little bit, and we said exactly what you were thinking. Where it's like, God damn it, it took him 170 laps to get all the way up there. He'd be damned if he loses in one.
Yeah. Patience was the key. That's how I've been all year long. Just not try to get caught up in messes. So I knew tonight was gonna. I really thought it was gonna be a little more aggressive than it was. I mean, the guys on the cut line were a little aggressive, but I mean that's they've earned the right to be aggressive. So overall for Bristol, man, it was fun, good race. So glad to get this one by us though and move on to the next round.
Heck
There
yeah,
you go.
brother.
Good luck in the next round.
Absolutely.
Have a good week, buddy.
Appreciate it,
Yeah, all
guys.
right,
Thank
take
you.
it easy, Chris.
Later, man.
Next up on the list for our interview,
Ah,
we have the one, the only, the FSU bucket boy himself. The bucket was on fire tonight with a couple
Fire.
of Hail Mary calls with the 2 tires to get out front and just never let it go. Joining us in the booth, Bailey Brandon. Welcome.
it's Bristol, baby.
Heck yeah, buddy. Bailey,
You got to go get you another bucket because that thing was on fire, dude.
I
Yeah,
have a
it's melting.
I have a serious challenge for you for the next couple of minutes during this interview. I know we're talking to you, but this is the only track in iRacing that you could drive up the ramp and go into victory lane. So I challenge you to find it while we're doing
Okay,
this.
well, hang on.
But we saw.
Here's the bad news. I blew my engine doing my burnouts.
Oh, never mind. I don't know if you
Dang.
park it there or not.
Uh,
But next time you win at Bristol, you know to do it.
Yeah. No, I said to myself, I may not win again this season, so I'm just gonna blow my engine. I'm just gonna burn it until it blows,
There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Heck yeah, buddy. But man, oh man, you had a really, bad start. I won't even lie. There's no beating around the bush. It was a terrible start, and the car got out from under you a few times. You were down, and then stage 3, we saw some interesting strategies for you on the pit lane to give yourself track position, and then from there, you didn't look back. So walk us through that in your eyes. What you did in stage 3 to get yourself to the front.
Well, on stage 1, I had a plan coming into tonight, and I guess I just didn't do a good enough job following it in stage 1 because I wasn't conserving my tires good enough. My right front was dead, and then I don't really know how I spun. The car just got loose, and thankfully I didn't hit anything, and I didn't have to use my fast repair tonight. I was able to repair the damage under caution. I probably did. I think I did 3 tire tests this week.
Wow.
So I knew that the lefts weren't getting used as much using the line that I was using. So I hadn't tried it up until this point, but I was like, you can't hurt nothing, just taking 2 here, And when it worked as good as it did, I was like, okay, well next stop I'll take 4, and then that'll leave 1 more stop, and whether it's a green flag stop or stop under yellow, I'm taking 2, and I'm running away with it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So my question is, how quiet were the comms in your team knowing that you and Blevins were fighting for the same spot for the playoffs.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop. I will say I did tell the guys pre-race. I said because I understood the predicament we were all in. There's four of us, but realistically, those only two spots. And I said the goal tonight should be to get two guys in. And if I don't make it, whoever makes it is getting pushed to the win at Talladega. So, but thankfully, I made it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. Blevins had a lot of opportunities. Did he mention at all why he stayed out at that like 225 caution and didn't take tires with everybody else, and then ended up having to take tires, 20 laps later when there was another caution that put him all the way to the back?
I don't think he did. I don't really remember. I also, for the last maybe 50 laps, I wasn't really listening.
Fair.
Because I was just trying to focus. Like when I was out in front, I was doing my best to just not even look in my mirror and just focus on my line because I knew I was going to get a big gap and I would just ride away with it.
Well, you did
Well,
that, dude. You did that. Whenever you went out there, and after that last restart, you jumped out there. I was like, "Oh man, Bailey is gone on them two tires, and he ain't looking back." And sure enough, dude, you kept the pedal to the metal, and we said that bucket is on fire right now, dude.
Yeah.
Congrats on
The
the freaking win, man.
thank you. The crazy part is I totally forgot to switch out for my good cushion tonight.
Oh
So,
dang!
I don't know if that had anything to do with it. Maybe I just
sounds like you
I
have a
was
lucky cushion and you
I was
shouldn't go
gonna say
back.
it sounds like
I guess I can't use that. It's man, the other cushion feels so much better, but I think it makes me more comfortable. So I think this
oh yeah,
cushion helps me drive on edge.
literally edge of the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something about driving faster when you're uncomfortable the whole freaking
yeah,
time.
yeah. 300
Yes,
laps driving uncomfortable was not fun, but I'm glad I got the win. So
Andy,
you'll
you got
take it.
anything?
No, great job. Congrats on the first win. It's good to find him at the right time in the playoffs. You started the season down a couple races and battled your way in, and now you're moving on to the round of 8. So Talladega, Darlington, and Homestead all in the next round. You can get lucky at one of them, but two of them, it's going to take a lot of skill behind the wheel. So keep
yeah,
practicing and find that pace for next week, and good luck, buddy.
thank you,
Yes,
All right,
sir.
Bailey,
Sir.
take it easy.
Hey,
thank you
baby.
guys.
Bucket
Well,
boy taking the dub, dude.
Bailey Brannon, the bucket boy, gets the W for the playoffs here for Side Draft Racing League in absolute dominating fashion in stage 3. He had to face a couple challenges throughout the race, but overall he did a great job. So congratulations, Bailey, on the win. And I'm pretty sure congratulations to Bryce Keegan for locking his way on points to the next round as well. So good job, Bryce.
Sir. Strong showing by Bryce for sure. Stage
Well,
1 win, good stage, 2 points, and just got caught up in some battling and some wrecks there in stage 3. But like you said, had a good performance tonight.
yeah, overall it was pretty darn good. It was fun to watch. Had a few cautions in there, a little bit of drama, but you know what? It wasn't bad. I think it was a fun time. So, you boys got
Yeah,
anything else? Are you ready to get on out of here?
I got to get in the woods in the morning,
Well,
so
there you go. Jarrett, you got anything, buddy? Is
Jer,
he is he
Jer
there?
break,
Is he there?
Jer break already.
Did we
What?
lose him? I said, you got anything
Yeah,
left?
it was a jab break.
Got anything else before we get out of here?
It was great. It was a great race. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in each week. We appreciate it. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all the things, and we'll be back for more.
See you
Yes, sir.
Monday.
Yep.
See ya.
See ya.